Brought to you by Xander Insurance. Identity theft protection isn't a luxury in today's world. It's a necessity. Get yours at Xander.com.
Well, this weekend I received some devastating news that my husband was scammed out of almost his entire 401k.
Ooh.
And so now it's tax time. And we're going to have to pay taxes on it. So we have no more retirement, and our savings is going to be wiped out. And I don't know where to begin from here.
How did he get scammed? What did he put it in?
It was a crypto.
Crypto.
It was yes.
How much?
And $270,000.
$270,000.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
And there's a little bit of a backstory. I'm not making excuses for him, but there's a little bit of a backstory as to why he felt financially strapped, that he felt he needed to do this to secure our financial future.
How old are you?
I'm 57. He's 58. We have no debt. We paid off our home in February of 2022.
What's your household income? These days, it's not if your identity gets stolen, it's when. So you need ID theft protection from Xander. They monitor your personal info proactively and alert you of any suspicious activity, including home title fraud. Then Xander takes care of everything, including up to $2 million of stolen funds protection and white glove service to help you get your life back. Plus, kids are covered for free on their family plan. Call 800-356-4282 or go to Xander.com. What's your household income?
Right now he makes approximately $98,000 annually, and I'm currently not working. I had to quit my job in January of 2023 because I was diagnosed with cancer, and the medication that I'm on just causes me a lot of side effects that we chose it's better for me to stay home because we could afford it. Obviously, we have no debt again, and he was looking into securing our future so that he may be able to retire early. He started doing some research as to how to invest money. He knows nothing about it. He's not educated in that. So
yeah, your voice is fairly muffled. Speak directly into your phone, please.
Okay.
There you go.
He's not okay. He's not.
No, he's obviously, even if he is educated, he's not wise.
And he got desperate.
No.
It sounded like
he did, and
right after I get desperate, I usually get stupid.
That's what it was, and so that happened in January 2024. In about March or April, he came up to me and told me that he invested a little bit of money, and I was like, okay. And he says, and he showed me that he showed me the app, and he showed me that the money was, we had made about $300,000 or $400,000. And I said, okay, well, how much did you invest? And he told me, at that time, he said $30,000. I said, where did you get the money from? Because I take care of all the banking. And he said that he pulled it out of the 401k. And I said, okay, dumb mistake. We'll get through this. I found a temporary job. I made enough money to cover the taxes. I calculated we probably owe about $6,000 taxes. I said, okay, great. Well, I'll take care of it, and I'll get a permanent job so it won't affect our savings. And now that it's tax time, I kept looking for the form that comes in, the 1099-R, I believe, and he kept making excuses as to why we hadn't received it. So I kind of had a feeling that it was worse than what I knew, and that it was worse than what he had told me. And this weekend, he gave me the paper, and it was $270,000. So now we will have to.
And now it's worth zero, of course.
Yes. Well, I looked at it last night, and there was about 16,000 in it right now. But
Was it really a scam, or did he just lose? Like, did he get scammed by a scammer, or he invested the money and he lost the investment?
No, it wasn't an actual scammer. I had demanded that I back when he told me it was 30,000, I demanded to know where he sent it, how he sent it. I wanted to know everything, and apparently it was a company in Hong Kong. And I looked up the address, and it's in the slums of Hong Kong. I'm like, why didn't you do the research before? Well, the thing is now, he said that it was the 200. I'm like, how can you go from 30,000 to 270,000? And he said it was about the same time. He invested here, in a couple of different.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Does he now own that this is stupid, or is he still defending?
No, he owns it. He's been living with this for the past year, and
he was lying about it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you said he just came clean with it.
Yeah, he just came clean with it, but he was living with that lie for the.
But I mean, he's now saying out loud, "I completely screwed this up."
Yes, he has.
That's important because otherwise he's going to do it again.
Right, and he's like, I'm prepared to work till I'm 70. I mean,
yeah,
he
might
has
as
a very
well.
good job right now, and
There's not a choice at this point.
Belly up, buddy.
How's your health? Are you improving?
It's getting there. I'm on a clinical trial.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping that this will be something that will, give me more time, and I feel pretty good, except just the usual side effects. I mean, not the usual, but the side effects of the medication. But thank you. I'm happy to, every day is a good day, and I'm not going to let this bring me down. But it does scare me for our future.
Well, the good news is you have no payments. And so what he needs to do is max out his 401k, and you'll need to max out your Roth IRAs. And you need to tell him that if he makes any transactions without the two of you being in agreement ever again, that will be the last time he'll do so as your husband.
Absolutely.
He needs to understand that this has extreme consequences. Because he not only did something stupid, he lied about it at length, deceived, created a web, a full scenario of lies. That concerns me actually more than his stupidity.
Correct.
And so, that's a big deal. So, yeah, you guys can catch up. I mean, you can make 100, 120, and you can max out your 401ks and Roths, max out your Roths and work another 10 years, 12 years, and you will have enough of a nest egg to retire on if you don't do this again. But as soon as he gets desperate and tries to pull off a fast one, that's when you get messed over. And so, ouch, I'm so sorry, honey,
tough.
with everything you're facing. It's just not fair. Wow. All right, guys, let me give you a couple principles on that. There's a guy who scammed a bunch of people and wrote a book from jail in the 70s. The book he wrote about himself was Con Man or Saint. Obviously, he thought he was a saint, but he was in jail, so he was a con man. Okay, but I read that book in the early 80s and as a teenager, early 20s. And the only thing I really got out of the book was he said it's almost impossible to con someone unless they are afraid or greedy. This guy was afraid. His wife had cancer. He's trying to get a bunch of money so that he can not have to work and take care of her.
Yeah.
And he got desperate based on fear, and he said that set him up in the emotional category to be conned. The other crypto people that get conned are the greedy ones. They're trying to make double your money in 20 minutes because I'm the cool kid and I'm the smart one, and I grew up with a cell phone in my hand, a smartphone in my hand, so I know everything about digital. No, you don't. You're a greedy fool, and you're going to lose your butt in crypto also. The second thing you can do is, who can find a virtuous wife, for her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, and he will have no lack of gain. If you have to hide the investment or the financial move from your spouse, warning,
Red
warning,
flag.
you're screwing up. I have no lack of gain, because Sure not talk about it before we do it. And it keeps me on the rails. The best ID theft protection is from Xandr. They not only monitor, they help you get your life back. Go to Xandr.com to learn more.